I need some Pepto-Bismol, dude.
I need some too, because I'm sick of your bullshit.
Damn.
I actually legitimately need it because I'm about to diarrhea my fucking camo
What'd you
pants.
eat?
He
I don't
ate
know.
cake yesterday.
Dog had diarrhea today.
Oh, that's awesome.
What'd he
It's
eat?
fucking cute.
Nothing. Apparently puppies just have diarrhea if they don't eat anything for too long.
Stop starving your dog.
Yeah, what the
Problem
fuck is wrong
solved.
with
Feed 'em
you?
3 times a day.
So
That's
then,
a lot.
Holy
Why did
shit,
he
you feed
diarrhea?
him 3 times?
Yeah, you're supposed to feed them 3 times a day until like 12 months or something. Yeah.
Maybe that's why Maya hasn't grown.
Jeez. Yo, what do you guys, Daniel? Are we ready? Are we starting?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are we including this? What are we doing?
I don't know.
We starting new?
Dude.
What episode? Episode 17?
Yes.
That was kind of horrifying.
Yeah. I think,
Episode
Was that
17.
a ghost, bro?
Episode 17 has been started off by a ghost in Dane's garage turning off a space heater. Welcome.
We'd like to welcome our special guest, the Spectre,
Mr. Demon.
Mr. Demon.
Mr. Demon. He was summoned here when Ty and I had a seance.
Yes.
You guys did that without my permission?
We might have told the demon to come to your house.
It was low key. We did. It was like it wasn't a formal invite, but we definitely gave him like the okay to roll through.
That's kind of messed up, bro.
Well-
My Christian household?
Well, this is a garage.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I realized?
What'd you realize?
Demons don't fuck with like people like you and me.
What, queer people?
Yes, because we're corrupted, bro. We're not.
I feel like they would like us more.
Nah, they want
But
the.
maybe I
They
don't know.
want pure blood, bro. They
I
want.
think they're just scared of me.
Yeah, you.
They relate to you
they're
too
scared of you.
heavily.
Yeah, they're
Probably.
like, we need to
Like,
get the
man,
fuck away from
This guy, it's you know how like the predator, like can see like heat and movement.
Yeah.
Demons see souls, and so basically Israel is invisible. It's like-
they're always afraid that I'm just gonna cum blast them.
No, cum has
like,
nothing to do with it. Unfortunately,
Damn.
you would think,
so
but you
sad.
know,
I
this
have
is
a
one of
red
those
beard, so I'm like half soulless.
Yeah. I mean, well, when I grow out my facial hair to look like gross pubes stapled to my face,
Okay.
it looks red a little bit.
Yeah.
But I still think I have a soul to some degree, besides
yeah.
being queer. That kind
Yeah.
of like detracts from it. And for the record, that was a joke. It's come to my attention
No,
that
you don't need to explain. You're that.
I
there's no
can be
jokes.
Yeah.
I can be a little bit too convincing.
Apparently.
Apparently, I've been told that my racially insensitive humor can be too convincing.
Oh, too convincing.
Sorry, I'm not racist.
But when you say it so seriously, it's like it's kind of hard to tell.
I know, but that's the thing is like to me it's funny. But
Actually, that's a good. That's actually something I wanted
we
to
go.
talk about. Is not a great leeway.
yeah, not a great.
But,
race actually isn't. Anyway, yes.
You talk about, there's like jokes. Comedians get away with so much because of their intention with the joke. It's like they have something behind it that they want to say, or they go into the absurd, the realm of absurdity within a topic of like race or gender or stuff like that. And it's so absurd that it can't be true, and that's what makes it funny. But then there's the people who don't understand the intention of it, and they're like, "Oh, that's so messed up that you would even say that." And it's like, yeah, but it's pointing at the absurdity of something that's already messed up by going so far.
Take that, Twitter.
And I think that what I do is that I say something that like if someone didn't know me, because there's a lot of factors that contribute to why it's convincing. It's my tone is very serious, and the things that I say, someone could say that. My point is that someone saying that is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's realistic.
Yeah.
And I can't. But when I cross, but to me it sounds like ridiculous. When I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, Emma,"
But you're also joking about this right now, right?
Yeah.
Like the other
No.
ones, like that was you being serious. Like
What?
this is all a joke, and what you said
Yeah, this is
before
a
was
joke,
serious.
right?
Yeah,
You're doing
Yeah,
the same thing right now,
but
where
you
you're like
heard
acting
that we were
like
gonna-
it's all serious.
Guys,
We were going to start off with a bit, right? We were going to go into like some like pseudo deep like intellectual topic about comedy and intention, and
yeah, of course, yeah. I'm racist.
Yeah,
Wait,
we were gonna
no,
start
No,
with
I'm
a
not.
bit.
Am I racist? Wait,
Is Nathan still a
am I
soundboard?
still? Wait, am I still racist? I forgot.
Is Nate racist? Vote on your phones right now.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then,
Okay, well, I need to know because I need to know if I'm
I need to know
if I'm
racist.
racist or not.
Please, guys,
well,
tell me.
here's my dumb take. It's not an actual take, but I just think it sounds funny.
Okay.
Where it's like, if you say that you are racist, you know, you're racist. Like, it's pretty obvious that you're racist. If you say that you're not racist, that makes you socially even more racist if you ever say anything that can be taken as racist, you know?
But that's what I do. Is I say really like I
So
say
then you are
things.
racist.
Yeah.
It sounds like you.
But
just
here's the
admitted it.
Are you
thing.
closeted?
But if you say the thing where it's like, oh, I might say some things that might be racist, then it's like, oh, okay. Because then it's like, oh, he's admitting his mistakes. You know?
I don't know. Well, I know.
Always stay on the fence.
No.
You can win on both sides.
Because.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
But I mean, like, just recognizing your faults doesn't make you immune to criticism.
Well, it's kind of like what Kevin Spacey did, where he's like, yes, I did molest that boy, but I'm gay.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, and that doesn't change the fact that he's still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's what he did. You remember when that happened? When like he
that
got
was
Me Too'd and he's like, it wasn't even but he's gay. It was like, also I'm gay. As in if like that were to
makes it
help his
better.
situation.
I think his exact words were, "I'm now going to live the rest of my life as a gay man."
Did you guys ever see his Christmas video that he released?
Yes.
After that,
It was super creepy.
it's like one of the weirdest videos I've ever seen.
yeah.
He's like, I'm very glad you came to join me today.
Kevin, stop. And then he was in like a Call of Duty game, I think. And that's when he's like, yeah, there's a really good middle school over here. And that was like a big meme when he got Me Too'd because,
Oh my god,
yeah.
dude!
What one was that Advanced Warfare?
I think so.
I think it was.
I mean, nobody remembers Advanced
yeah,
Warfare.
To
so.
be fair.
I don't remember any of the last 5.
Okay, on the real though, I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty. But the latest trailer for the Cold War was a banger. They did Blue Monday by
New Order.
New Order as the background music. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty
It
cool.
had Ronald Reagan in it.
Yeah,
They had. Wait, no, I'm thinking of JFK. They had JFK in like a previous. Call of
Yeah,
Duty
he was in the
Yeah.
Call of Duty Zombies 5 map.
I remember, and Nixon is in one of the games too. Oh no, that's the JFK one. Nixon is like in that one also.
yeah, he's like I don't know.
Is he?
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
I think you play as him.
I've never owned a Call of Duty game, so
damn. Okay.
I never had anything that could play it unless I wanted to play Call of Duty Ghosts on my Wii U. So
What about your DS, bro?
yeah, I guess, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's like getting It's like getting It's like getting Call of Duty for your DS. It's like getting what's it called?
Gears of War.
No,
Gary's mod.
I don't
no.
think anyone knows what you're talking about right now.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
For the DS. It's like why?
Because
Plus, it's in a completely
I
different.
watched
game.
the trailer for Cyberpunk, and
That's just like
it just looks like 3D, or not 3D, futuristic Grand Theft Auto, and it made me very underwhelmed for the game.
Which game?
But the story's going to be
Cyberpunk.
way better.
Cyberpunk 2077.
fuck up, samurai.
Dude, it's based on Morro Bay.
It is?
Yeah,
it's
the
based
landscape
The
is based off
landscape
of Morro Bay.
Yeah, even though it's like not really.
No.
What?
It's like if you took Morro Bay and made it a big fucking city.
Yeah, like it's like you've got the bay, and then because Morro
rock.
Bay, and then you've got Morro Rock, the
And
big
then-
old rock.
And then it's futuristic.
The
and,
Rock.
like big.
Yeah.
Gibraltar, played by Dwayne Johnson.
Is it all city? Like, is there any part that isn't a city?
I'm not sure. I'd assume it is. But I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What is your opinion of astrology?
We already went over it and it's dumb.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
In the religion episode.
Right.
But
Yeah.
since
Oops, religion.
I'm in the episode now. This is my talking part. Okay.
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 Cyberpunk, right?
Right.
What an aesthetic. I've been on the cyberpunk aesthetic for probably like a few weeks now. I've always thought it was cool, but I just recently got into Katana Zero, and then like Hyperlight Drifters kind of got like hints of the cyberpunk kind of stuff going on in there.
It's way more dystopian, but yeah.
And me and Dane are gonna watch Blade Runner here this
Both
weekend.
of them. Yeah.
So I've kind of been on the vibe of the aesthetic. So I was just wondering like what your guys' favorite kind of aesthetics are. in terms of genre?
Like okay, but I guess it's like aesthetic as to because there's an aesthetic for a lot of things. It's like, do you mean in clothes and movies?
Did you listen to anything
Yeah.
I just said? I just said in genres.
In genres.
So like
Genres,
movies,
anything,
books,
Okay.
Any
video games,
So
I really,
any aesthetic.
anything that has a genre.
I really like the aesthetic of Cowboy Bebop, like the whole like space
Western.
Yeah,
Space Cowboy is an
Cowboy
awesome
Bebop is
aesthetic.
pretty awesome.
Have you seen Firefly?
25.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like
I've seen like I know
live-action
of
Western.
Firefly. I also like Fallout's aesthetic a lot too.
The 1960s kind of Art Deco sort of.
It not like art, yeah. Like I like that, but it's like this. It's like dystopian future, but it's
Yeah.
also like post-apocalyptic future
Yeah,
as well.
I think the combo aesthetics are the best because
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is technically, it's technically two.
it's like It's like an anarchical society
yeah,
mixed with like Neo Tokyo
it's
sort
like
of vibe.
Yeah, it's like if you mixed like grunge music with like techno music or like disco. You know,
Yeah, I could
it's like if the punk movement in the '70s and the disco people were friends, and they were like, "Yo, let's make a whole thing."
they would never be.
They would never be friends.
They would never-
Talking heads
But if they
fans.
were, that's what.
That's if they were
If
friends.
they were friends, that's what would happen.
and if
One-
they created beautiful technology together.
One thing I've always thought was like pretty cool and interesting was like looking back at what we thought the future was going to be like. So there's like a pretty popular picture out there of like a bunch of people with balloons on their back and they're walking on top of this lake.
Yeah, I've seen that picture.
And every time that picture's posted, like, oh, this is what people in the whatever era thought we would be doing in the future, lake gatherings.
Yeah,
Um,
nah.
but
lakes are
I
lakes
think-
are lame.
in the 1920s-ish era is where like the cool future stuff comes in. One of my favorite pictures is this depiction of the future, and it's like New York, but everything is doubled up, where skyscrapers are just super, super tall, and then they have train systems that go in between these giant, crazy...
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's basically some cities in China.
and
they
in
literally-
Japan,
Yeah,
they have like a train that literally goes through a building.
which that would suck. If that's an apartment building, that would suck.
Unless it was a silent train.
Well, that's
'Cause
true.
it's
The
a future
Shinkansen, yeah.
society.
But in
But also,
China,
these buildings had bridges across from each other too, and they were big enough to where you could fit like a car or whatever on there.
yeah.
I always thought it was really cool.
I mean, like cities and like Chicago has a train system called the L, and it's just an elevated part of the track that runs through the city, and it goes by like buildings and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Dude,
like
public
the thing in New
transport
York,
is so
too.
tight. Dude, I wish California had a better public transport, but we're like, ugh, cars.
Well, we've been like
Yeah.
trying to get
a bullet train.
Yeah.
a bullet train for a
Well,
while.
I think it's
yeah.
because our cities, like LA, is super spread out. San Diego is pretty spread out. New York is like dense.
San Diego's
Yeah.
pretty. San Diego's like yeah,
To be-
skyscrapers and shit.
To be fair, yeah, but what I'm saying is like it's not like a
It's not as dense,
dense.
as
You
New
know,
York
how
City,
New York is like
Manhattan
it's
Island.
super dense. It's
Yeah,
like
San
a
Francisco.
small area.
San Francisco is the only one that is like it's like a East Coast city on the West Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got
but the
trolley
thing is,
system.
yeah, but they have like all the hills, so it would make it a lot harder. I feel like to make.
Yeah.
They also have a subway system there too. Though.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They want
LA technically has a subway system.
Oh,
nobody
double
uses it.
shit.
I kind of want to use it when we go to LA next, but also I don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get groped.
I think the problem with if no one uses it, you're not going to get groped.
That's
so
true.
Shut up. I think the problem with public transport in the United States is one, lobbying, because car companies
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
they pull up to their politician and say, "Hey, we want to produce cars, so maybe you should fucking chill on the whole train shit, or I'm gonna find a way to destroy you economically." Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. And another thing is, America's massive. So, and the middle part of it is fucking empty.
Yeah.
Right?
There's like what?
So-
I think I've talked about there's like no truly great cities outside of the coast.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Chicago's even on a coastline. It's on the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
What's that? Fucking.
If you're getting
Atlanta.
more
Atlanta is pretty.
But Atlanta, Georgia's a coastal, like it's not landlocked.
A lot of people would disagree and say Atlanta's kind of cringe. But
Yeah. I mean, everybody who I know who's from Atlanta is like...
everyone I've met who's been to Atlanta hates it.
Yeah.
What's that one city in Tennessee?
I have no fucking
Nashville?
idea.
Nashville?
Nashville. Yeah.
But it's not like a huge city, though.
It's
pretty big.
it's like
I don't know.
it's a come up. It's on the come up.
It's on the come up.
But when you look at countries like Japan,
Yeah.
who have crazy public transport, where some people just don't even own cars because they can rely on.
Yeah, same in London.
train.
Yeah.
And you think about it and you say, oh, Japan is half the size of California.
Yeah.
So, of course, they have trains everywhere.
Are they really only half the size of California?
They're either close to the size of California or smaller.
Or what is it? Honshu Island is like the main island.
I have no idea.
Oh.
I'm trying to talk about trains, and you guys are distracting me.
But yeah, well, that's like the main island. That's like the densest.
But the thing with America is if you wanted to have train systems like Japan, you'd have to do it state by state.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, okay, who wants to build a fucking bullet train from LA to New York? There's a lot of nothing you have to go through.
Yeah.
And then, so you would have to interconnect all of the states and then connect the states together afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's probably really expensive, and no one wants to do that.
Yeah. I did
And
a
then
report about the bullet train.
When you look at Europe, they've been building their shit for so much longer than we have.
Yeah.
And there's smaller countries, just like Japan, so they can build all these crazy trainways.
Well, yeah, you talk to like anybody from Europe who's coming here to visit, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to New York, and then I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive over to
I was just thinking about
DC.
hitting the perimeter of the Great Lakes.
yeah, just going to the perimeter of the Great Lakes. I'm gonna go like New York and DC, maybe go up to the Great Lakes if I want to, and then I'm gonna hit Colorado for Denver's cool. Moab and Utah, maybe hit Vegas for a couple days, gamble a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit all the major spots in California. And it's like, how long are you staying? Like a week and a half, 10 days.
You're gonna be doing all of that travel.
Yeah, just like
It's like,
Yeah.
I think the biggest one is people come over to drive around the Great Lakes,
yeah.
and they think they can just drive around them in, a day, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they start and they realize, holy fuck, America is huge.
Yeah.
Whereas-
They call them the Great Lakes for a reason.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
And they're bigger than countries.
Yeah.
Like, they're huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
But in Europe, I'm going to walk from Luxembourg to Belgium, then take a train to the Netherlands, and then have lunch in Germany, and
Yeah.
I'll be back home by 3.
I have friends who live in London, and they're like, "Yeah, we just take day trips to Paris."
What?
Yeah, it takes them 2 hours.
Yeah,
to
they
get to
have-
Paris.
Yeah, there's
There's that underground tunnel.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
It goes underwater.
It goes underwater.
It goes under
it's
the
pretty wild.
ocean.
Man, I'm.
It's called
I
the
watched
tunnel.
a movie about it being built.
That's
really
sick.
cool.
Really?
That's
That sounds
awesome.
pretty cool.
But
I'm gonna blow it up.
What?
Huh? Anyway, yeah.
like
Not as an act of terrorism, just to see what would happen.
I just want to see it flood.
fractions
Yeah, get everybody
fractions
evacuated.
of the United States
Yeah.
are bigger than entire countries.
Yeah.
I saw this. I don't remember where I saw it, but basically they just tested this. Like, it's basically like a pod that you get into, and it's a pressurized system, and then it has magnets. And
Oh yeah,
launches
it's
you.
completely frictionless.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "No, this is impossible. Like, it requires too much engineering. It's impossible."
Was that the Hyperloop?
I think it was the Hyperloop.
Yeah, Elon Musk is looking into that because
But they actually built like a long track of tunnel in like the Mojave Desert, and they sent a pod through it successfully.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the guy was like, "Yeah, we could probably like get this working in like maybe like 10, 15 years."
Dang it.
Yeah.
Damn. We're gonna be
Yeah.
like 40. We're gonna
Well,
be
think
like,
about how much fucking tunnel they have to build and how they have to refine all that.
Yeah,
They said-
I mean, you're dealing with magnets and extremely low pressure areas. Like that's kind of
They said that you can travel 107 miles an hour through it.
man, that's awesome.
The thing is, with constructing underground tunnels, right, is first you got to dig.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're digging, you have to do something with all the rock you're digging. So
Yeah.
you have to funnel that out of the tunnel to somewhere.
Yeah.
And then while you're digging, you also need to be doing construction the whole way to
reinforce the
support
tunnel.
everything, which is why it's going to take so long.
Yeah.
No, this would be an above ground system. This would be like a train system kind of. But they have to finalize.
Both.
Like they showed like a diagram of like how it would work. And it would be just a long tunnel system that would go into major cities, and it would be like a subway system where there's like a terminal, and you would just get out of the terminal, and then there you go.
So, say we did dig a hole under the crust, right? And we just hollowed out an entire layer of the earth. Would it fall?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Entire layer.
Yeah. So what he's saying is like if you took the Earth,
Yeah.
and then you dug down like 50 feet or 100 feet.
We'll say 1 mile.
Yeah.
Dig down 1 mile, and then you excavate that entire layer of the earth.
Yeah, it would collapse.
How?
Because it's so the center of the earth is more dense than the outside of the earth because the center it's literally just metal in the middle of the earth. It's more
Okay,
dense.
get rid of the center of the earth.
Dude, then I don't know. In that case,
In that case, anything is possible.
anything is possible
What
at
if
that point.
we built an extra layer on the earth, and then we took all of its support beams out at the same time?
Well, it would probably
Would it fall?
It would depend on where it is.
yeah.
If it's in,
Stop.
if it's in, so if we built it right, and then if it got somehow into the atmosphere, it would float like it's in space. Because it'd have to be.
I mean, if it was that big, it would probably have its own gravitational field.
Yeah.
At that point, right?
we're not
because it would be long and like wide, but it wouldn't be nearly as massive. So I don't think it would.
Yeah, it wouldn't have enough mass.
I don't think it would be. I don't think it would compete with the Earth's gravity at the very least.
No, I don't.
But
think
the
it would
thing
at all.
is, right, is you're saying it'll collapse, right?
Yeah.
But if it's a solid form, it can't like shrink itself.
Yeah.
So how does it fall?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah. It's like if you put like this little tiny ball, right?
Yeah.
And then you put that in a giant what are those things that go like a gopher ball? You know, like you put a marble inside of a gopher ball, and then you could somehow suspend the marble in the very center of the gopher ball.
Well, the problem is
take away that support.
the problem is because of gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity would cause it, that's the thing. Well, that's how black hole or just
But that would mean it has to compress.
Yeah,
but if it's
break-
all encompassing,
it would break
It doesn't have
somewhere.
like the room.
It would break
compress.
somewhere. I think it would.
It's an
break.
unbreakable material.
God fucking.
Well, then it would just sit there. It would just sit there.
It would just sit there. Is that what you want us to say?
Yes.
It's made out of bedrock.
It's made of bedrock.
We hacked into the game.
We hacked into the game,
duped it. We found a duping glitch and we made use out of bedrock.
hole in the bedrock, guys.
Guys.
Bro, you're gonna fall out of the world.
Bro, we're gonna lose our
Dude,
stuff.
guys,
We didn't.
where are
My
the
name
Badlands
is
on
Christopher
Earth?
Columbus, and I found the edge of the earth.
Bro, Journey to the Edge of the Earth. It's like flat earthers, but they're like, no, we don't want Journey to the Center of the Earth with Dwayne The Rock Johnson or that one chick from those Disney
Just
movies.
walk to the center of the earth.
I have a good question.
No.
What is your favorite part of American history?
I'm glad you defined that as a good question.
Yeah, it was pretty mid-tier. It was kind of a mid
well,
question.
I think it's interesting because we all.
I'm not saying it's a bad question, but
Okay, well, fucking Christ. Can you answer it?
okay, fine.
Jeez.
You don't have to get some. you
my
don't have to get
favorite-
I'm mad. I'm
mad,
mad.
You're
My
mad,
favorite part in American history is when the British said, "Hey, can you help us kill these German guys?" And we said, "I don't know." And then the Japanese bombed us, and then we said, "Okay, maybe we want to kill some German guys." So here's the plan: balloons on the British coast.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, the fake tanks.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that shit was awesome.
and it actually worked.
It did work. Hitler got
Germans
pranked.
are so stupid.
I know, right?
Like, master race my ass. Can't even tell the difference between balloon and like metal. Come on, dude.
Oh man, they would have sucked at balloons tower defense.
Dude, they would have been like, I do not understand. There is no different.
That was a
Was
very
that supposed to
awful
be a
German.
German
I don't know.
accent?
I couldn't think of a German accent, so I just kind of went with
Yeah.
slightly broken English.
Yeah.
Da, I do not
Yeah.
see the different.
Dane, you need to stop right now.
What are you talking about? It's a German accent. I am German.
I am German. I know how to do this. I swear.
Dude, technically,
Well, here's the thing.
I think my favorite is the Great Migration.
The Great Migration. Which one?
The one where we.
yeah, we've had like 5 of those.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that. The one where the very first one where we were like, "Hey, let's just move out west."
That's
That's manifesting our
Manifest-
destiny.
Yeah, I don't know if that you should choose that one as your favorite point in American history.
That was
I mean,
pretty cool.
No, it's his opinion, Dane.
Yeah. Okay. Well, going back to
I know.
aesthetics.
I
Going
agree.
back to
It's
aesthetics.
Pretty good. Pretty
though.
cool part of America.
Yeah, when we like kicked all the Mexicans
Okay,
out.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. We did some not good things, you guys.
Okay, but if we didn't do that, California would be under Mexican territory. And you know what? I don't feel like living in a cartel-controlled area.
Who knows if they would be a
That's true.
cartel-controlled area if they had California, though.
They got a Hearts Iron mod for that, Israel, huh?
They do.
Oh,
Oh fuck! Of course they do.
of course they do.
Of course they do. But going back to aesthetics, like the aesthetic of like, you get your family and you go to this homestead and you build your homestead and then boom, you're making your living. They're stop kissing each other. And then we're just like, you're vibing out with your family. That's dope.
As
Ow,
someone
fuck.
who's totally into monarchy, I fucking love that era because it's God-given right to expand. And it's like the whole God-given right to rule.
If you like monarchy so much, do you
Why
fuck
isn't
with
there
Saudi
monarchy?
Arabia?
No, because I agree that people shouldn't have as many rights, but I don't think it should be an unequal society.
What?
Yeah.
I don't get why
too
that's-
many
What other kings are there?
The Thailand, I think, has a king.
You cannot
Oh,
name
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
You
But
cannot
they're
name
going insane right
a
now.
single monarchy that I like
Then why are you a
Why do you
monarch?
want one?
Yeah, why do
because
you?
it's based in ideals. It's not based in reality.
Okay, what is
Yeah.
okay.
I've explained this.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Well, he's
I-
Jewish, and the whole point of Judaism is like Jesus, or not Jesus technically, but the Son of the Lord will come down and be the supreme ruler, and literally be an angel. So James Madison will be like, "Yo, all people, this dude is an angel, so he can rule for us."
You've explained how you deal in ideals before. The only time I remember you explaining that though was in front of one of our teachers who we had political discussions with. I've shouted out before, Mr. Callahan, where you
He
talked-
doesn't listen. You
Yeah.
don't need to shut him out.
I fucking
Dude, if we ever get famous, they're gonna find his Instagram and like we're gonna come up with some dumb catchphrase and just spam some catchphrase and be like, "Oh, you got wieners in your pants," and it'll be like, "Why are people spamming us?"
That'd be
Anyway.
hilarious. What are
Yeah.
you talking?
That would be
Anyway,
hilarious,
So
but
you
I don't-
deal in ideals, and I've heard you talk about this, but I don't think you've talked about it on the podcast.
Okay.
So so that's your ideal as a constitutional monarchy or whatever.
No, not a constitutional
Okay, well,
monarchy.
your monarchy, Jesus. What is your realistic
Nate
goal?
gets corrected. Oh my god! Just stop correcting me.
It's correcting about something stupid.
When I vote libertarian because that's realistically the best option for me.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
But in an ideal
Libertarians are
world,
gay.
authoritarianism would be supreme.
Nice. Wait, why vote libertarian when they're very non-authoritarian?
Because even if an authoritarian party won, it wouldn't be what I wanted.
That's fair.
Because my authoritarian ideal will never be real, ever.
Until Jesus.
It's the same exact reason why communists are communists, because they idealize communism without realizing that it'll never be real.
Yeah. It was technically real in some Native American villages, and those worked out, but, then...
No, they
disease hit.
didn't.
Well, disease.
No, they didn't work out, Dane. We just talked about Manifest Destiny.
Well,
They kind
that's
of got
different.
destroyed.
Yeah, they kind of got.
No, these were villages
fucked.
before
That wasn't
Manifest
because of
Destiny.
their own doing, though.
Yeah.
That was because we came.
we did some not good things.
Well, I didn't.
My people did. Shout out my ancestors.
Hey, mine were just on...
Technically, my answers got fucked by that. So,
sorry, bro.
yeah, fuck you.
Get
guys.
over it.
No.
Yeah,
most of my ancestors were
Such
part
a
of...
baby. Oh my god,
No, yeah, mine were.
dude, that's so fucked up.
Stop being a baby.
Stop being a baby.
Stop being such a baby.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Dude, I'm gonna manifest my destiny
before
back.
we run away from this point, the whole communist meme I just said, right? Where every time a communist says, "Oh, I'm communist for X, Y, Z, whatever," and then you say, "Okay, well, look at the Soviet Union. Look at all those deaths. Look at China. Look at all those deaths." And they say,
Vietnam.
oh, well, that wasn't real communism. It's pretty much the same thing. Where
Look how far they progressed because of it.
Who? China?
China and Russia.
Well, they started progressing when they took capitalist ideas.
yeah,
No, they didn't. The Soviet Union was the first country ever to go to space.
and then
We were like,
Yeah, because
we were like, oh,
our
fuck.
ideas.
They also sent the first person to space and the first satellite to space.
We landed on the moon before that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's way cool.
We won. Okay. Yeah, I agree. We won the space race, but the only reason the space race was ever a thing was because Russia initially was like.
Yeah, they literally just shot Sputnik into space, and we were like,
They also sent a person into space. Do you realize how like
that person
crazy
died.
that was?
yeah.
No, they didn't.
the first
The
I'm
first
pretty
person
sure
to
the
go to
first person in space.
No.
died.
Those were the dog. That was a dog that they sent. The
Yeah.
first person became like a national celebrity and is like renowned in Russia as like a
He
hero.
definitely had.
He was still alive, guys.
Oh, that's true.
No,
Also,
he
yeah.
was. He was. But what I'm saying is like these countries. Yeah, I don't agree with communism, but it accelerated them at like an insane speed.
Okay,
But did they
and
burn
Yeah, but
do
then
you have
everybody
any
was de-
proof
Yeah,
that
but
they wouldn't?
But
have
here's the thing.
accelerated to that
That's the
point?
problem with it is that
Because
America.
I think they would have. Honestly, I think they would have accelerated faster because they had to kill each other off to get to that point.
Well, here's the thing with America is we have a lot of freedoms here, so innovation and change is like ingrained in how we are better than most countries because we're constantly improving on our technologies, on our our legislature, our ethics. Like that is what I like about the American system.
America.
But that's why China steals all our intellectual properties because they can't they can't invent anything for themselves.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll give China credit for is their medical advances, but that's only because they're supervillains, and I would be willing to bet my life that they are conducting biological weapons research, which is the only reason why they can deal with medical problems better than we can.
It's possible.
They also do a lot of stem cell research.
Stem cells cool.
Also, I'm pretty sure they do human testing.
They do.
Like they
100%
kidnap you and test
They
on you.
100% do.
Yeah.
They 100% do.
But
They
like,
probably cloned somebody. We just don't know about it.
That's true.
it's called twins.
Technically, yeah. But
I mean, yeah, technically.
I could have said something really bad there. Anyway,
I'm glad you didn't.
I can't even think anything bad about that. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
just move on.
I'll tell you after because I still think it's funny. But back to the whole ideal thing, where when you have these people in America who say communism is so epic, and you point out a society where a lot of bad shit has happened because of communism, they say, well, that's not real communism, because every extreme, like it may not be the case for you, but anyone who has an extreme political view like me or communists, they're holding on to that ideal. Anarcho-capitalists are holding on to the ideal that people will be smart enough not to buy into shitty companies.
Yeah.
That's just not how the world works.
Yeah.
So there will never, like, no matter what monarchy you point at, I can't say, oh, that's a good one, because it doesn't match up with my ideal, which is why I vote libertarian, because I think that's the most realistic.
Yeah. The only thing that's kind of the thing with me is like, I'd rather have a moderate leftist person who's like, hey, free market, don't be racist, and also protect the environment. So that's why I voted green, because I was like, environment's the most important part for me. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I don't really know where my political... I feel like I'm becoming more and more left as I've seen the right... I hate both the sides in this country. I think they're both fucking stupid. I want the Electoral College to be abolished so people can just like... So there'd be a lot of cool political parties here.
well, the
No,
political.
what we need to do is change it so that we're, like, I hate French people.
Okay.
But
I'm
the
also
French government has got it figured out, okay? Do you know how they run elections in France?
Yeah, they have a multi-party system.
Well, they have 2 elections.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
you can vote for the party you want to win, right? And then the 2 parties that get the most votes, then you can vote for those after. So in America, there's the whole, oh, don't vote third party because they'll never win kind of deal.
Yeah.
But in France, oh, yeah, I want to vote fascist. So I'm going to vote for the fascist party.
And they do.
And then the fascist party
Yeah.
loses. And then they have, okay, well, my 2 options are closer to fascism and not closer to fascism. So I'm going to vote closer to fascism. And that's why Greece has a 30% fascist voting base.
What? What?
Oh, man.
Really?
30% of Greeks are fascists.
Last time I checked on this political party in Greece, they started a fascist political party and it had like 33% support.
Wow. That's intense. That's a lot of people.
You know what the name of the party is?
I forgot, but the symbol is like it's like a sideways S, but it like the S loops a bunch.
Huh. I
Weird.
can't envision that, but
Yeah,
interesting.
That's
I mean, if America got rid of the Electoral College, we would probably have a far right wing party that was fascist.
Yeah. That's the thing is people are like, well, Trump isn't a fascist. Like a lot of people say, he's literally not a fascist.
He is fascist.
He's
like
authoritarian.
He's not fascist. He's a businessman. Fascism is terrible for business.
He has
Yeah.
he has fascist like tendencies,
Well,
especially.
that's authoritarian tendencies.
I don't think it's fascism. It's definitely Trumpism. It's its own thing.
Yeah, it's basically
But
the
it-
thing.
it-
It's essentially
there are-
like Reaganism.
There are a lot of similarities to fascism, though.
That's like saying like, oh
Dude,
yeah,
he's literally trying to undermine our election system right now.
yeah, it's getting a
And
little
he's trying to steal the election by doing it. If that is not the most fascist thing you've ever heard in your life, I don't know what
No, the
is.
most
But it's
fascist
not
thing I've ever
technically,
heard in my life is World War II history.
Yeah, it's
you can
true.
say,
Okay.
okay, this is undemocratic, but it's
Yeah,
an
Dude,
authoritarian.
his
I don't-
attorney general was literally like, yeah, we're going to transition to another Trump, a second
no,
term
that
of
was the
Trump.
Secretary of State.
No,
that
that
was
was-
the Secretary of State.
No, I'm pretty sure that was the defense.
Maybe it was.
That's-
It was probably whatever.
Anyways, but when people put like Trump and Hitler in the same category, that is like that's where I draw the line where it's like, okay,
Well, those are the people who are residing in their echo chamber all day.
yeah,
Yeah.
like look, Trump, not a good dude. I don't really agree with a lot of his policies, but comparing him to maybe the closest thing to an antichrist, except for the leader of the SS officers,
Himmler.
yeah, who was arguably even worse.
Oh, and there's worse people than him.
And then there's worse people than him. And Stalin was not a good guy either. Technically killed indirectly even more people than Hitler.
And Mao Zedong, even more than that.
Even more than that.
He's worshipped as a god in China still.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying.
I mean,
It's because of the massive quality of life improvement afterwards, though.
Yeah, that's why they come poop on foreign soil.
Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Haha.
Um,
I think
Yeah.
we should. I think we should all just become. I think we should just abolish all government and live in the woods.
Honestly, I'm just thinking we need to form a mercantilist society, and we need to privatize the police, and then give everybody samurai outfits. And
I like where this is going.
You know,
but I think adopting the Burgundian system is a little bit better here. Are you familiar with
no.
the Burgundian system?
I was going into Tokyo Gore Police, and now we're going to Burgundian.
I had
This is some insane shit.
no idea what this
Yeah.
is.
This is also
about to
a
get-
Hearts of Iron mod.
Am I about to get my mind blown?
Possibly.
It's a fictional ideology from an alternate history visual novel, basically. And
oh,
the
yeah.
Burgundian system is it's the worst form of government you can even imagine. So in this alternate Burgundy is a puppet state of the German Reich after Nazi Germany wins World War II. That's the alternate history scenario. Himmler gets control of old Burgundy, right?
Where's
And he's the
Burgundy?
leader.
It's
of the
between
SS.
France and Germany, so it's that middle kind of area.
Okay.
Is Burgundy. So Himmler's just vibing in Burgundy, and he says, yo, so I'm going to enslave 3/4 of the population, and they're going to work 18 hours a day, so they'll be the ultimate workforce in the world, and they'll be unstoppable war machines. So you sleep for 6 hours and wake up, and you're working for the next 18. Kind of epic.
Ugh.
The
Yeah.
people in that country are begging for Hitler to liberate them. And the closest thing to good guys in this alternate history universe, whatever, is Apartheid South Africa, because they're the only democratic country left.
So what happened to America?
We became super communist.
I don't remember you telling me about that part.
Our part was less important.
Yeah, that's a less important part compared to the
That's
Burgundian
fucking
system.
wild.
Yeah, alternate history stuff is nuts. How did we get here? Oh yeah, we were talking about aesthetics we liked.
Yeah, I really like the overly militant aesthetic.
I actually like the military aesthetic, but
I like the aesthetic.
I like the aesthetic.
I do too, and I looked into it, and it turns out people who like militant countries and looking at pictures of a massive military are lonely.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, are you lonely?
Yeah.
I consider the realm of fashion that I'm going to. I consider it Okinawa because it's heavily influenced by Americana and militarism.
It's like
But also, it's like the elegance of like Japanese and stuff.
yeah,
like that.
it's like if you took the elements of
Or Hawaii is another
Yeah.
place you could say. The
They're
same
really
thing,
good at
but
martial arts too.
That's where karate and what's the other one where it's karate but you don't use fists, you actually use like staffs.
Oh, Kempo?
No, I can't remember the name. I'll remember it in like 10 minutes.
Judo started in Judo. So brief history. Judo started in Japan.
Yeah, it did. And then they
yeah.
developed Japanese jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah, and then they developed Japanese jiu-jitsu, and then I'm not going to talk about the history of jiu-jitsu because no one cares.
All right, fine, whatever. You just really just killed.
Yeah, I killed my own vibe.
Nate's always like, man, I don't know what to talk about on the podcast. Brings up something. Man, nobody cares about this. I'm not going to talk about it.
Does martial arts for 5 years, actually something he's passionate about, and it's like, nah,
no one
whatever,
else
nobody
cares.
cares. Well,
Well,
we're talking
it's so
about
obscure. It's so random for me to bring it up, too.
It's just the Gracie family, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so there was this... I'm going to talk about it. Fuck you, guys.
Yeah, do it.
Fuck you, listener. Fuck you.
Okay.
Basically, what happened was they developed judo,
Hold on.
and then...
Hold on, let me make the shot.
Oh, yeah, Kobe.
Kobe.
Oh, you got close, though.
I actually got close.
You almost touched the
I respected him. Respect, Kobe Bryant.
Respect Kobe.
Number 8? No, that was his
No.
first number. He was crazy 8.
24.
20. Now he's 24, but he was
Yeah.
8 at first.
That's the same number as Michael Jordan.
Dang, for real?
Dude, that's crazy.
That's wild.
It's the goated number.
Goated.
So there was judo in Japan. Ty can help me along with this because I'm sure he knows a little bit of it.
I know a little bit.
He watches the Joe Rogan podcast.
I also was really into jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah, me and Ty did jujitsu together for what, like 4 months?
I did it for like 6. You did it for like 2 years.
I only did it for like a year. I didn't do it for that long, but
You
I
did
did
Muay Thai for 3, though,
I did
right?
Muay Thai for 3, and then I did jujitsu for like 1.
It was like a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half, and for like the first 6 months of jujitsu, I did Muay Thai and jujitsu.
Yeah, that was... we didn't hang out.
I
like,
did
all at
one
that point.
class of that, and I felt like I needed to throw up afterwards.
Yeah, it was like, just imagine the worst like burn of your soul.
Yeah.
You do
lungs.
you do warm-ups for before Muay Thai, you do warm-ups for like 30 minutes, maybe
yeah.
45
So you have to get
minutes.
super stressed.
And then afterwards you get punched in the face for an hour.
Yeah.
So,
And then after that you do warm-ups for jiu-jitsu, and then you wrestle for an hour.
Oh, man.
so I would be at.
Look at that fucking spider.
Where?
That's not a spider. Is it?
Where's
a
this?
spider?
No,
Oh,
not a spider.
Yeah, it's just lint.
It's just lint hanging out.
Yeah, I would be at the gym for like 3 to 4 hours each night,
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Ugh.
and it would be so like warm in the gym that like you couldn't see outside because there was so much condensation.
Oh, man.
It was like
Nasty.
It was nasty, dude. And like, I don't know. So basically, back to the history thing. The judo came from Japan, then it turned into Japanese jiu-jitsu, and then they went over to do an exhibition of judo in Brazil. And then they started. So what happened was they started teaching these guys judo, and it was the Gracies. And I don't know their names, but the youngest Gracie
Hoist Gracie.
was it Hoist?
The oldest one, I don't remember his name, but Hoist Gracie is the one that fought in the first
Oh no, it's not him. It's not him.
First UFC bout.
That's his grandson.
Yeah,
Is the
that's-
guy
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
The guy I'm talking about was like super.
Elio Gracie, I'm pretty sure was his name.
I think Elio or something.
Yeah.
Because they don't pronounce their R's. They
Yeah.
pronounce their R's like H's in Portuguese, I think, or Brazilian Portuguese.
Yeah.
So he was like super frail and weak, and he couldn't do judo and the emphasis on judo is on strength and size.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this,
So
actually.
he
yeah.
developed his own style of modified judo where he took the ground aspect of judo and
Yeah.
developed it really far. And then what happened was
He expanded the meta.
he expanded the meta basically, and he started beating his older, stronger brothers. And they were like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
All about sleight of hand. Yeah.
They were like, "What is going on? Like, you're actually beating us." Like, because as soon as they got to the ground, he would just win because
Yeah.
they didn't know what was going on. So he started teaching them, and then somewhere along the lines, it split into doing the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and then there was street Jiu-Jitsu, which is like Valley. It's like, how do you pronounce it? It's like Valley Tudo or Valley Tudo. It's basically
Portuguese.
it's basically Portuguese for anything goes.
Okay.
And it's another form.
Oh, that's that's
It's-
striking jujitsu.
It's like
basically.
striking jujitsu,
Yeah.
basically. So like it's basically not Muay Thai, MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a form of MMA where it's like you basically beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The history of Muay Thai is fucking insane. Actually,
it's crazy.
Martial arts go deep.
Yeah, it goes.
Muay Thai is like it's like thousands of years old.
Yeah,
I bet.
It started from this guy. It was because Thailand is one of the only countries that was never colonized.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of infighting in Thailand. And basically, there was this guy who fought for the rebels, and he got captured by the main authority in Thailand. And for fun, they would have prisoners fight each other. And he would win every single fight, and then they started throwing soldiers at him, and he won every single fight. And he was the first guy to like develop
Muay Thai.
the Muay Thai style,
man.
and he was so good at fighting that his captors let him go, and were like, "You're a badass. You're like, you could go. It's
That'd be
okay."
so awesome if prison systems had like a badass scale where it's like, dude, you're such an absolute baller.
get out of
to
here,
go.
man.
You're so good at murdering and killing people. We're just gonna let you go.
I don't know, but
There's
Yeah.
there's statues of him in Thailand. I
Seriously,
don't know where, but I know there's statues
So
of him.
for those listeners that are unaware of what Jiu-Jitsu or Muay Thai is, Jiu-Jitsu is basically grappling, and then Muay Thai is it's also known as the art of 8 limbs because it's like kickboxing where you use your fists and your feet,
Yeah.
but you also use your elbows and your knees.
and you can use your
In your
head
shins,
too.
dude.
Yeah.
You use pretty much.
Yeah, you use
everything.
basically every part of your body that hurts to hurt people.
Yeah.
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 Elbow was
Yeah.
the one that you taught me where it was like, wow, that's
Yeah,
it's painful.
it's because your elbow is separated by what? Like the tiniest bit of skin?
Yeah, and it's literally like one of the sharpest points in your body.
Literally in UFC, if your opponent is on the ground, you're not allowed to elbow them in the face.
Because it hurts too bad.
No, you can, but you can't do 12 to 6 o'clock elbow.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't go like that.
You can't go straight down.
What is it, you can't clench or is it you can't do open
No,
hands?
you just can't do 12 to 6.
Okay.
You can't go from straight up
It'll
to down.
It will kill someone.
Yeah.
It is yeah, it's fucked. So, and that's like, and there's a part of, so Muay Thai is different because it has the clinch, which is for those of you that might have seen boxing, when they get all close together,
Yeah, and they
stop
try to like
hitting each
throw
other.
punches.
When they're giving each other cuddles.
Yeah,
Yeah, when they're hugging,
You saw the Pacquiao Mayweather
that's like a
fight.
majority of Muay Thai.
Yeah.
50 to 60% of Muay Thai is that position.
But the thing is with boxing is you can't really throw punches
Yeah,
at that point. But
but
in Muay Thai,
in Muay Thai, you can elbow them in the face.
when you're in the clinch is when you're kneeing them in the stomach.
yeah.
It's gnarly. Like if you get clinched up with someone who knows what they're doing in Muay Thai, you're dead. Like you will get knocked out.
It's so insane because before I got into martial arts, the only reason I'm into martial arts is because of Nate. And the best selling point Nate ever gave to me about jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai was like, you literally transform your entire body into a weapon.
Yeah.
Like it gives you a defense for any situation, basically. It's pretty sick.
Kind of a side note. Somebody posted on Twitter. Nate follows them too, but they posted this video of this person who there was like this celebrity doing like a live stream on Instagram, and the person like did a share live stream thing, and he was like, "Dude, somebody's broken into my house," and they're like, "What? What's going on?" And he's like, "Somebody's in my house. They're trying to rob me." And he's like, "Okay, do you have weapons? Do you have multiple weapons?" And the person turns the camera, and it's a person like doing a Slav squat on the ground with like a ski mask on. He's like, "Oh no!" He's like pranking him the whole time. It's such a funny video, and the other like the celebrity dude watching is like, "Oh, Muay Thai, whoa!"
Dude,
the comments.
Wiz Khalifa does Muay Thai.
Yeah, he's really fucking good at it.
Really
too.
good too, and he got ripped. He got
Dude.
huge. Wiz Khalifa, big.
if you, because getting hit in, okay, here's the thing. Getting hit in the
Jonah Hill
face,
does JiuJitsu.
getting punched in the face is very bad for you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That's how I messed up my nose.
Like, it fucks your brain up. That's why I suggest doing jujitsu, because
Yeah.
you'll still get fucked up, but you're not getting punched.
You're not getting
Yeah.
brain damage.
You're not going to
Yeah.
get cauliflower ear from. You still could.
You still no. It's
how you
more
get,
common.
how you get cauliflower ear.
Oh, isn't it
actually.
an infection?
No,
No,
it's
what is
when
it?
it's when you're it's constantly
Blood
when
in
your
your ear.
Yeah.
hardens.
it's constantly when your face is getting like shoved into the ground.
So
Oh, then actually it's probably more.
it's how like so your ears are pretty thin.
Yeah.
And it's like if you broke like a blood vessel in your ear and then it swells up.
Yeah.
And then it hardens, like Israel said.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like scabs in your ear.
Yeah, it's like a big scab in your ear.
it's pretty nasty. A lot of wrestlers get it.
yeah, it's very common in wrestlers because it's from a big impact.
Oh yeah, and then they did wrestling too.
Yeah, I did wrestling too my senior year because I was like, oh fuck
You
it.
just tried out. And did you actually make it to varsity?
I made it to varsity.
It's because you did jujitsu, dude.
To be fair, I'm a fairly athletic person. Like I can,
Probably the most athletic out of all of us.
I
'cause
can-
You've actually done sports within the last 5 years.
I went
I've done
outside.
sports in the last 5 years.
Actually, I did tennis. No, that was
I did
that was over
sport-
5 years ago. at this
I mean, I'm 10. I can be athletic. I just
Yeah,
don't
I think
care.
anyone can be athletic.
Yeah.
it's just like
I can.
circumstance. If if you started younger as a
That's
kid,
what I was thinking.
yeah, it's like if you start younger as a kid playing sports, it makes sense that like you would naturally.
I did soccer for 7 years, and I was always bad.
I did soccer for like a week.
Nice.
I was
I did,
really good at soccer.
I did
actually.
taekwondo for.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did taekwondo for 1 week, and I remember I quit because I couldn't understand my sensei because he had a extremely thick foreign accent, and also I was like 6, so
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
I
not
could
a
barely
good combo.
understand
Dude,
English.
Yeah,
Here's
in
the
general.
thing. I was so good at soccer that my team, one of my teams, I think it was when I was in the freshman year of high school, but our team, no, it was 8th grade. But basically, our soccer team, we got second place in the city of Rio Grande, which it was like cool.
Yeah.
Right? But since we got second place, we got to qualify for the county, right? And the county includes, Paso Robles through Napomo, basically.
yeah.
So basically, the whole
Like
Yeah.
North and South County.
We won our county.
Oh,
And
wow.
We were the first Arroyo Grande team to win the county in like 25 years. And then,
Damn, this was in 8th grade.
yeah,
What you played?
yeah,
What the fuck?
our team was that good.
Wait,
You played soccer in 8th grade?
in 8th
This is
grade?
when
Yeah.
this was when Ty wanted to build a time machine.
This wasn't through the school though. This was through the city.
I met a girl who was in the best water polo team in the country. It was like high school. She went to like Santa Barbara High School.
Huh.
She was like, "Yeah, we're like first or second in the
Yeah.
country or something," and I was like,
Orange County is really into water polo.
"I bet, yeah." Well,
Like-
basically, all California coastal towns have like a pretty good
Yeah.
water polo team.
But yeah, and
Ow.
then we lost. If we had won one more time, we would have gone to Hawaii for nationals.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because you would have won the state championship.
Yeah, it would have been insane. But yeah, we lost in like the first round. But
Reminds me of when
we got like, hold on, we got like a giant trophy. We got like these cool like medals and everything. I was so stoked.
That sounds dope.
tight.
How
It was
have I
pretty-
never heard about that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's been like what, 6 years? You've never told us.
Oh, by the way,
It
I'm
was,
a fucking pimp at soccer.
it was pretty dope. It was, and then I stopped playing soccer after that.
Dang.
Damn.
Pete.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Well,
You
while
said
you're
something,
oh yeah.
Israel?
So this reminds me of have you guys heard about the Science Bowl?
Yeah.
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 I was
So-
gonna do it, but I was too late.
Homies that don't know, Science Bowl is a bunch of students learn some science trivia and then they play some shitty Jeopardy clone. And it's all science related and the schools do it and it's like a shitty championship. Anyway.
You got really depressed there for a second.
Anyway, you have to be invited to do it.
Okay.
And I was invited. So I say, of course I want to do this. I'm a science guy. I fucking
Yeah.
love science.
This is rad.
At this point in time, I wanted to be an astronomer. So, of course, I wanted to do this. We practiced pretty much every day. And then, Science Bowl happened.
Yeah.
I was on a team with
Some people.
the editor
Oh, okay.
and some of our friends.
Not the actual editor of the podcast. I was not on the team, but the editor of our Clips channel. Shout out to the Clips channel. Link is in the description.
And so our first round, we fucking whopped these guys.
Wait, WAP?
This was before WAP was a song. Please just be quiet.
Anyways, we destroyed those guys, right?
You WAP'd.
And at the end, we had over 100 points, and they had probably 8 or something.
Fuck.
And then
What?
in the next round,
Wow.
we were going up against this other school. Fuck these guys. And they did what we did to the other team to us. They were on it every single fucking time. And the fucking lady asks a question, and I knew the answer. The answer was black hole. I'll never forget this stupid fucking bitch. So she says, what is whatever the description of a black hole? And I press the button because I know it's a black hole. She looks at me for a solid 10 seconds. And I say, black hole. And she says, I didn't say your name. So other team, do you guys want to answer? And they got it. What the fuck, dude?
So you had to say, they had to say your
Because
name?
you're Jewish, dude.
Yeah.
They just knew it. They were looking into your eyes and they were like,
She was like,
this kid.
How old were you when this happened?
This was second, 8th grade, second year of middle school.
What a fucking bitch.
You should have said,
I don't mean to brag,
I'm
but,
going to build a time machine and I'm going to...
Like, my friend Ty is working on a time machine, so I'm going to go back in time, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you after you're born.
Not
okay?
only is he a county athlete, but also he's building a time machine. So
He's basically rad.
While we're off
He's
topic,
gonna
I'd
get
like to
loads
correct
of vagina.
myself.
Okay.
I mixed up my alternate histories. America doesn't become super communist. The Republicans and Democrats combine, and the opposing party is the National Progressives Party, which is a combination of communists, fascists, progressives, and nature preservists. And it starts a 3-way civil war.
okay, cool.
So sorry.
Wait, what's the third way? Because that was 2 parties.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't remember.
cool.
Anarchists.
Probably something like that.
What was I doing in 8th grade, man?
Fucking...
Nothing.
Filming
just being
videos.
depressed.
Making-
Yeah, I was
you
making
were
videos.
You're making videos.
Making
That's not
Me and
cool
Dane
punk,
met
bro.
in 8th grade.
Yeah, we met talking about Pokemon, and our dumb math teacher was like, "What are you talking about Pokemon? You're supposed to be grown up." And it's like, shut up, we're like 13.
Yeah.
Pokemon is still cool, and I'm 19.
Yeah, it's like I'm 20. I'm not a grown up.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate teachers.
I hate
some
older
teachers are just-
people.
I think they're like. I think a majority. Not a. How do I say this?
Some
I think
of them are really
a good
awesome.
teacher stands out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the
Which
thing is
kinda
like,
sad.
Did you
Yeah.
have Miss Willis?
no, I didn't. I took a concurrent enrollment with Cuesta, so I didn't have a high school English class. From,
She was the best teacher I ever had.
yeah. I remember everybody at the beginning being like, "Oh, she's so strict."
Yeah, at the beginning.
But I remember you said you were like, "Yeah, but it makes sense why she's strict," and you're actually sticking to her side.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't agree because she was political too, and I didn't really agree with her politics all that much. But she was a fucking good teacher.
Yeah.
And the people that complained about her were the ones that just didn't try.
Yeah.
A lot of the English
Tends
teachers
to be a
were
trend.
good.
English teachers they're always like the weirdest, but like in a good way.
No, I feel like science teachers.
No, yeah, you're right.
No,
Definitely
art
science.
teachers, bro.
Okay, yeah,
I think
art teachers too.
It's
My
like-
art teacher in high school was like, I got struck by lightning twice.
Oh yeah.
What?
I thought she said 8 times.
No, she got struck by lightning
I
twice.
think we're hitting a pattern where I think it's just teachers in general are weird people because we went through pretty much every
My
subject.
dad's a teacher,
Yeah.
and he's sorry, Dad, but you're kind of fucking weird, bro.
Nate's dad is pretty weird.
Yeah.
It's funny how much of myself I see in him, and I'm like, God damn it.
That's gonna be you.
There's definitely worse people to be like that.
Oh, totally.
100%.
Yeah.
No, nothing to be ashamed of with that, but
I'm joking. I love you.
For sure, you could be like Ty.
Yeah, I could.
What the fuck? Fuck you.
Dude, imagine if you were like Ty. That
Maybe
would suck.
imagine-
Oh wait, you don't have to. Imagine losing Catan. Oh wait, you guys don't have to.
Dude, that was
wow.
the okay,
Slow
Dane,
burn.
you can vouch for me on this. That was the closest game of Catan I've ever played in my
we all had
goddamn
9
life.
points. You need 10 to win,
I won.
and Israel won.
It was incredible. It really was.
It was.
I didn't play. I just watched.
I
I
had to,
know, and it was your birthday. You're like, oh, we just want to play Catan on my birthday.
and then he had to do homework.
That's whatever. It's fine. So it was a good
It's
vibe.
fine though. And you hung out with Carter in the corner.
Yeah. And then
We should probably actually have Jack on the podcast.
Yeah.
I was because Ty said that he wasn't going to come, so I was thinking Nate should bring Jack.
who are some
that
guests
makes
we should
sense.
have on the podcast? We're gonna have
Jack.
Let's talk about this right now on the podcast.
Yeah, let's not
Instead of-
let's not talk about this on
Oh,
the podcast.
not-
We don't just name drop people and then they just never.
okay.
show
Well,
up.
like people. Okay,
Let's
my
just
mom,
have-
my mom. Would my mom be a good guest
No.
on the podcast?
Nah, I don't want my.
I feel like it'd be funny.
it'd be kind of funny, but I don't know.
Really funny, actually.
It would be really.
It'd
funny.
be really weird.
Israel's like,
Weird.
God, I hate women.
You think you know me?
No, I just don't like old people.
Jan is
My
not
mom's
old,
not
bro.
old.
She's like 50 something, right?
She's old, but Jan
Sorry,
would be.
Mom.
I don't think it
I mean,
would
she
happen.
saw Nirvana live.
She
That's
called
pretty old.
me a Dane,
She has a
not
lot of stories.
wanting
though,
to
Dan.
do illegal activities, and I kind of think she needs to have her collarbone broken after saying that to
By
me.
who?
Call me.
I was
Jan.
Want to do illegal
Jan?
activities?
I like how
Dude,
we call
Jan-
my mom Jan.
Jan
Yeah.
fucks with everyone though.
Yeah,
She does.
it's pretty. Chill.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't.
Feels like I know, dude.
I listen to podcasts though, and like for like the first 50 episodes, it's always like we're gonna do all these crazy things, and they do none of it,
Yeah.
and it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Oh,
set
for
Gage
sure.
on fire when he gets back as a prank. It'll be really funny.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Here's
We're
here's
actually-
something we should discuss. Actually, I'll say this after the podcast. I'll say this.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
what is?
I never even got to talk about the aesthetic that I liked. We
Yeah, what
literally
is
just
it-
rambled
yeah, what
for,
is your
like,
aesthetic that you
close
like?
to an hour.
What is your aesthetic that you like?
I like the Wild West.
Same.
Yeah, I like
Good
the
one.
Wild West.
Yeah, Wild
good
West
one.
is good. I got really into cowboy movies this time last year.
Be cool. If
Watched
Power
old-
Rangers.
I don't think that's a historical.
I like sci-fi westerns, but
Or no, we're just talking about any aesthetic, I guess. We're not outside of. What do you guys think of Outrun aesthetic? It's like
It-
Outrun.
I grew up Outrun in like the same dome as Cyberpunk.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is Outrun?
Outrun is kind of cyberpunk, but less punk
Yeah, it's
and
more
less
cyber.
futuristic.
It's a lot
like
more cyber.
is it
Yeah.
more like what's the movie you guys are gonna watch again? Blade Runner.
No, it's less
No,
like Blade Runner.
it's less futuristic. It's basically like an example of an Outrun game would be that game where it's like it's the dude who wears like the chicken head mask and he goes around.
Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami is
Yeah.
Outrun technically.
Okay.
That game
Yeah.
is so fun.
Jack got so good at that game.
Yeah.
He played that game obsessively.
He plays every game obsessively,
is
and then
true.
he gets over it.
But he always gets really good at it.
Yeah, Jack is a gamer. It's true.
He's a gamer. Dude, I'm bad at every game I've ever played.
Dude, I was playing Among Us today, and I was like, man, I'm so bad at this.
You were gonna bring something up. Can we stop talking about gamers?
Oh, I was gonna ask, what is your guys? It's a dumb question, but what is your guys' opinions on tomatoes?
I don't like
Don't
them.
like them.
Yeah,
I can't eat them by themselves. Yeah,
I can
Ty
eat a
eats them.
tomato like an apple, bro.
It's
Ugh, God.
awful.
Oh, it's so gross.
And then he'll be like, I like doing it to make people feel sick because I'm a sadist.
Is it a sadist or a masochist?
What about cherry tomatoes? You just pop
Sadist.
those motherfuckers in your mouth.
Masochist is you like punishment.
Yeah, you like punishing yourself.
I always get the two confused.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing, but I was like, no, sadist is definitely liking other people's pain. I remember.
I'm good at video games too.
Wow.
But
Dude, it's because
I'm also really bad at FPSs. Like I'm
Yeah.
fucking horrible at FPSs.
Well, I think you have better stats than me in Apex, and I have
No, I
more
don't.
hours.
No,
Are you sure? What's your KD in Apex?
I have no idea, but
Well, no,
it's
but
definitely not better.
you got pretty good at one point when we played like a lot for like that one like those 1 or 2 weeks.
No, that was an Apex. That was Valorant.
Oh, dude.
Valorant.
I remember that. Ty was like, he popped the fuck
Okay,
off.
Yeah.
I'll explain. Our teammate was talking the most shit. He was like, "Yo, Taibuya, you're fucking, your KD sucks, bro."
Was this the person that we'd play with all the time, or was this the person's friend?
This was a rando. This was a rando. And he was like, "Bro, you fucking suck at this game." And like immediately after he said this, I'm the only one on the team that's left alive.
Yeah.
It's 1v4.
Ooh.
And I fucking just clutch it out.
Oh,
and I'm like, "Fuck you."
Dude, it was when I tell you I screamed in like I
Yeah.
came essentially.
That was the only good moment I ever had in that
I
game.
love
amazing.
proving haters wrong
Me too.
in FPS games.
Me too.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, I don't mean to flex, but I'm about to flex pretty hard.
Okay.
I'm in the top 1% or 0.1% of Battlefield 1 players. And I'm pretty sure if
What?
TF2 had a tracking system, I would be around the same area in that as well.
No way.
Yeah,
Wait,
No,
you're
yeah.
that good at Battlefield.
yeah, I was when I played. I don't play it anymore, so if I picked it up,
Can you
I'd
play an
probably-
FPS with us?
No, I don't want to close my Chrome tabs.
It has like 50
But,
Chrome tabs open.
There's a site that like tracks all your stats and shit for Battlefield, and it has all players' information. And I was ranked in 0.1% of assault and 0.5% of cavalry, so I'm pretty good. So when I'm playing Overwatch, right, and this guy was so shit talky on this competitive match, right, and the metric they use in Overwatch for who's carrying the team, right, is it's not gold kills, it's gold damage. Because, gold kills could mean, you just kill someone after someone else did 500% out of 600%.
yeah,
health,
so it doesn't count
or
the
whatever.
stolen kills.
So they're focused on gold damage. So this guy was shit-talking me when we were on defense because we were losing pretty hard. And at the end, I had gold kills and gold damage.
Yeah.
And his whole thing was, he's the gold damage guy. And he's like, dude, I don't care if you have gold elims. Unless you have gold damage, you're not doing shit. Like, that was his whole thing. And I said, yeah, well, I also have gold damage. So what the fuck are you doing? If you're the one trash talking, what are you doing? And it's just, people get so salty and pissed off.
Gamers are the most salty human beings on the planet.
No, I just think people in general.
They just want to deflect,
yeah.
Yeah.
blame.
It's like
Yeah.
their issue. It's like they can't take.
Dude, it's like I think this is a thing in CSGO as well, but I'm so bad at CSGO, I don't even touch it anymore. But in Rainbow, I have like 40 or 50 hours in Rainbow. I got decent at it. But there was one game where I almost aced. I almost clutched. My entire team died. This is one of the few times where I've actually genuinely clutched. And I killed all 4 other players, and I was watching a corner. I could hear them walking, and I was watching. And then just as they were about to peek around the corner, somebody's like, "Vokid Dane Dansk." And I'm like, what? So it appears in the corner, and your eye automatically looks like, what's that over there? If you're attentive. So then the person peeks and shoots me, and I die, and they're like, bro, you suck, you're getting kicked. So they kicked me, and I was about to ace the entire team and clutch.
That's awful.
And that happens all the time if you play solo in Rainbow.
When you clutch, though, it's like the greatest.
Dude,
I did the other day in Apex. You guys were both down in Apex, and I both rezzed you, and I
Nate,
killed the other
remember
team.
when
I wish
Nate
you-
went insane?
I wish every game had Overwatch play of the game.
Yeah.
Because when you
Yeah.
pull something awesome
Oh,
like
man.
that, and just I'm the only one who gets to see this.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Whereas in Overwatch, when you pull around and you get fucking 6 kills, that's the whole fucking
The
team.
enemy team
Yeah.
And then
has to watch.
The whole team watches, and you get to save the clip if you want to. I
Yeah.
think that's awesome.
That's awesome.
dude,
I don't play Overwatch anymore, but that's a
What about when the
very
second
good
one
feature.
comes out, bro?
Are you
I
gonna-
probably won't play it.
Yeah.
I love the world of Overwatch. Gameplay is so fucking dry.
Yeah.
They might step it up in the second one.
They might, but
won't.
I probably won't play it still. I just don't have the time to become or dedicate to an FPS to be good at it.
Yeah,
and
the
enjoy it.
only game I dedicate myself now to is Melee.
I've bought 3 games and haven't touched them because I just don't have time.
I'll play an indie game here and there, but if I have nothing to do, I'll just play Melee.
And
I
on that
only
note,
dedicate myself to indie games.
we are out
Yeah.
of time. Thank you listening to episode 17 of the CTTV podcast.
I thought this was 16.
16.
No, it's
No, because the Zac Efron sucks was 15.
And then you guys recorded 16 without me.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then this is 17.
I thought that was Zac Efron.
No, we recorded
No.
16 with Nate.
Yeah, no.
Oh
Nate
yeah,
was
yeah.
there.
I was,
Oh yeah, of
I
course.
was there.
Nate was there.
Cut that out.